stay out of its way, because it's a coming. Today's the day that I'm gonna run the most brutal attachment I have, the most hardcore, the most abusive to any machine that I've ever seen, the Rut Manufacturing disc mulcher. Now, I've got my helmet on, I've got a metal mesh face shield because this thing is a beast. And I've got it on my Derette XC1100 today, and let's see how it does of clearing a whole bunch of trees. I'm gonna go back here on my new property by a pond, and I want access to the pond. There's briars, there's trees, there's underbrush, there's all kinds of crap in the way. And me, my XC1100 and the Rut Manufacturing disc mulcher are about to get to work. So this dude is handmade in North Carolina by Rut Manufacturing. Look at this thing. Oh, nasty. Now, it's so heavy, that disc spinning, it's so heavy, it bogs down a little bit when it fires up, but then it gets to spinning. And once it gets to spinning, stay out of its way, because it's a coming. I have my Nova Rick 60 volt electric chainsaw on the front here, and I'm gonna fire it up right now, and you're gonna see firsthand what this dude looks like on the XC1100. Gotta get my gloves ready, gotta get my helmet ready. Here we go. You hear that? Machine's off. Yeah, I know, it's insane. All right, let's go back to the pond and let's get to work. I'm gonna leave this off until we get there though. that's not good. For whatever reason, the world is telling me to finish for the day. So I drove the entire dam, and there were a lot of trees, as you saw. It's pretty wicked, but I'm almost out of gas. My low fuel, the gauge doesn't go any lower, so I don't want to run out of diesel. I do have 5 gallons here. I'm going to put that in. I'll go to the gas station. I'll go get another 5 gallons and put that in tomorrow. But right at the end, I ripped the line off. Totally ripped the line off the disc mulcher. It got hooked. I was plowing through some trees. It got hooked, and right as that happened, my camera overheated and shut off. Let me show you this line. It was crimped in there and it just ripped out. So it sprayed fluid all over the place here. And that line goes in there somewhere. Oh, right there. I see where it goes. Yeah, completely ripped out. The disc mulcher's out of commission for the week, but let me give you a walkthrough and show you what we've got done so far. It's a little disappointing. I think what I need to do in the future is don't let these lines stick out like that. I probably should have done this anyway, and maybe bungee cord them, suck them in so that they're not just hanging out there. So it is what it is. That's what we got. Let me show you the work we did already. So this through here, I really wanted to get more done. I wanted to take all these trees out, but I did get the dam done, and that's big. I cleared this whole area. Now I'm not done, obviously, but man, that dude ate. It's like it ate. I went around this log and I got down to the pond in a couple spots. So there were tons of briars here, just like this. See how this? I'm gonna clear all that, but that was all the way through here. So at least we can get to the pond there. But this was hard to walk through before. But that thing just ate. I need to get all this. I'm gonna get all these trees off the dam. No more trees left on the dam when I'm done. See all these over here? Tell me, should I take all these out too? I think so, because they're in the dam. So I need to chainsaw these ones off. And everything here, I need to get rid of all these. This has been neglected for years, decades. And I think the pond dam's seeping, so I need to get the trees out first. And that's another project for another day. But look at this, I drove right through. It's pretty wicked. I couldn't walk through this before, remember? And I drove right here to the other side. Now, I'm gonna tell you a secret here. Only half the pond's mine. You come over here. See this? This is the property line right there. So I've made a path around. The dam's on my side. This is somebody else's. I guess the owner here lives in New Mexico, absentee for 50 years, so nobody's ever here. Look, you can see where beavers have been chewing some trees. Not so worried about these over here, but this is all dam, see? So I gotta take out all these trees. Pretty big job. But that's a pretty solid start. I can walk the dam now. Now my buddy's son's gonna come over here and try to fish this pond, see if there's any fish in here. Probably not, but it's worth trying, right? But yeah, Rut disc mulcher, awesome. Get a bungee cord. So I was coming through here because I'm about out of gas, and it was right around here that I blew that line. There's all the fluid right there. So I blew the line here, got hooked on one of these sticks, and then I just muscled it through the rest of the way without the mulcher on. And here we are. Comments, suggestions, anything, tell me about pond dams. I want to know. And leave that in the comments. And then I'm done for the day. I'm gonna pack it in. And tons more to come. Man, I have months. I have days and weeks and months and years of work out here. Unbelievable amount of work. See, I want to clear all this. You see that stream? It's beautiful. But it would be more beautiful if I cleared all this. Take the brush cutter down there, mow it all. And yeah, that would be really, really cool. And it winds through the property right down the bottom. So thanks again for watching. Thanks for sticking around. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It is absolutely free and costs you nothing to like and subscribe. Have yourself a great day. Link in the description if you want to check out the Rut Manufacturing disc mulcher. It was awesome that they sent it to me so that I could show you what it works like and if it's any good. But we now know we want to protect those lines a little bit better. And yeah, have yourself a great day. And we'll see you in the next one.